Good afternoon, everyone. We have the news media here with us at the Government Annex at the Grayson County Judge Executive's office. I'm Grayson County Judge Executive Kevin Henderson. We just wanted to give you an update on what's going on in Grayson County. We're going to try to make this short, get straight to the point. We want everyone to be able to watch the governor's press conference here, and probably I think it's about 15 to 20 minutes. The governor will get started with his press conference. Yesterday we had one at 3:30. We just want to let everyone know that we had a text going around that there was said that somebody was positive in Grayson County, but that was Grayson County, Texas. Well, fast forward 24 hours, we now have in Grayson County, Kentucky, here in the county, we have 2 positive cases of COVID-19, and we want everyone to stay calm. It's no different than it was yesterday, other than today is a beautiful day outside, and everyone needs to go out and enjoy themselves, and just remember social distancing. And I'm going to let the health department director speak here in just a second, let you know a little bit about that. But like I said, we do have 2 positive cases, and Grayson County, he'll go over with some of the details with you, and who they've tried to self-quarantine and what's going on with that. So Josh, if you would, please.
Okay, well, as the judge has noted, we have 2 positive cases of COVID-19 in the county. This morning, when we opened the health department, within about an hour or two, we knew that we had the first confirmed positive case. And that person is a 19-year-old female. Throughout the course of the day, we also got word that there was a second case, but we needed to make confirmation of that. And I can say, just as the judge noted, that it has been confirmed, and that person is a 46-year-old female as well. Out of these 2 cases, there have been quarantine agreements that have went out, orders. We have 7 total. Not all of these people live in the county, though. Some of them live outside the county. So we're working to make sure that those people follow those procedures, that they're at home healing, and they're not exposing other people. I can also reassure the county that I have been very pleased with my staff's response. This morning we went into the Disaster Operations Center, and I had nurses that were collaborating with one another, calling on their computers, communicating with the state, and communicating with those individuals that have been impacted. I understand that there's fear around this and people want additional information, but I am only giving you the information that the letter of the law allows me to do so with. So, once again, 2 positive cases. One's a 19-year-old female, the other's a 46-year-old female. 7 total people in quarantine. Some of those people live in the county, and some of those live outside the county. The next thing I'll say is the judge has noted, nothing has really changed. We knew that we would be here at some point, given the spread throughout the United States and the state of Kentucky. We've been preparing, collaborating, working together, and making sure that we're doing everything we can to serve the people of Grayson County. So no need to panic, and the judge will reiterate the need to not panic buy. So, are there any questions? Now that I got through my speech problem.
Anybody? No? Okay.
All right.
Thank you, Josh. Thank you. All right, next we want to have Wayne Merriweather from Twin Lakes Regional Medical Center come in and explain what the hospital's doing differently. Some of this has changed with some of the protocol that some of us are going by. Everybody knows the social distancing that's been going on for quite some time now, and we've changed some protocols here with the county. I'll go over that later after I get back up. We've got the Wayne Merriweather. He wants to let you know a little bit what's going on with Twin Lakes Regional Medical Center right now.
Thank you, Judge. Good afternoon, everyone. I would like to tell you that things are normal at the hospital. They're not quite normal, but we are open for business. I've heard some rumors that the hospital's not open. Well, we are. And let me just share with you some of the things that you'll notice that are different if you come to the hospital today or anytime in the near future. First of all, you'll be met by screeners that will check your temperature and ask you a series of questions that have to do with COVID-19. If you meet any of those criteria, they will take the appropriate action and see that you get to the emergency department. Otherwise, if you're just there for testing is being continued as always. You can have your x-rays done, you can have your lab work done, your blood work, and so forth. If your physician wants to admit you, you can be admitted. We have 20 patients in the hospital today, just as normal. If you need to come to the emergency room, you can do that. If you have issues, they will see you in the emergency department. They will screen you initially, just like they will at any other entrance, like I mentioned, and you can be seen. What about if you need to see your family physician? Well, your family physician will not be seeing you for preventive or wellness matters, but if you need to see your physician for some other reason, you can. Those other things, filling of medications and so forth, can be done over the phone. We're implementing new telemedicine where they can do that virtually or through a phone call. We'll be doing more of that in the near future. If you need to have surgery, we're continuing to do surgeries. But that's only emergent surgeries. If you were to fall and break your wrist, you could have that repaired. Dr. Rogers would be happy to do that. Otherwise, all elective procedures have been rescheduled. And the purpose for that is to make sure that we conserve our personal protective equipment and free up capacity for the time that we know that we will be seeing COVID-19 patients. And at this time, we don't have any of those patients. I would like to say a special thanks to the volunteers in the community. This is one of our masks that are being made, and we have a number of folks volunteering to make those. You can go to our Twin Lakes Regional Medical Center Facebook page, and there's a link there to the CDC, and it will give you directions on how to do it. They have to be 2-ply. It needs to be flannel on one side, cotton on the other, and we've set a goal of having our community make 800 of these masks. That way, each employee can have 2. If we get more than that, they'll be able to have more than those. Now, the purpose of that is we still have personal protective equipment like the N95 mask, but they're very hard to come by. So we want to conserve those as much as possible and save those for when we are treating the COVID-19 patients. We've had donations, Bell Brands, they donated some N95 masks that they had that they weren't using. They gave those to us today. We're so appreciative of that. We've had folks donate eye protection and those types of items, and we're happy to take them all. So with that, I'll just ask if there's any questions. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Wayne. Next, we're going to start going over some of the the last press conference we had. We went over factories and a lot of different services that we're providing. I think everybody could probably just reference back and look at the yesterday's press conference to get community action and the food pantries number, and I can go over some more of that information with you at a later date. We just sort of want to get the pertinent information out right now. Next up, I want to let the City of Litchfield's Mayor, Rick Emery, speak to let you know about some of the services that's going on. It's been interrupted with the City of Litchfield. So up next, we have Mayor Rick Emery.
Thank you, Kevin, and I appreciate the good job that you're doing, and we're all depending upon your instruction for what we do in the county. I just want to assure the citizens of Litchfield that we're open for business as well. But we have taken precautions to avoid the spread of the virus to our employees, particularly by cutting our work staff in half, sending half home, keeping half on the job, not taking payments at the desk. We ask that you make your payment by credit card, by phone, or by night depository. We've done a number of measures around town as well to avoid contact. With no ball games being played, we've had to contract for some tournaments to come here. We asked them not to come. We have not closed the parks, and that has been a suggestion. And in a few days, we might decide that. There's a number of people going to the parks. I've just been to them today. They're they're staying away from each other, and the families need a place to get out after being cooped up in the house for some time. But we have posted signs around the park to practice safe distance. Number two, in playground equipment, we do not have the manpower to keep those sanitized. That you bring your children out, bring some sanitizing wipes or stuff with you. And like I said, I went to Bevel Park earlier and the Fireman's Park. We do have families that are there. We have not changed our schedules much. We have reduced the recycling pickup. What recycle you pick out, it's going to be thrown away with the trash until time being. We've lost some of our manpower with sending people home. We lost some of our inmates. So until some point in the future, we're just going to discard your recycled trash with your regular trash. But if people really want to recycle and they want to get out, they can take that down to the recycle center. April is cleanup month in Litchfield, and we may not have the get-together that we normally have, but we're still going to have the transfer or the waste station open on Saturdays, 4 to 12, and then after next month, we're going to have it the first Saturday of each month until fall season sets in. We're at City Hall. I'm at City Hall every day, 9 to 12. The staff's there. Number one, you can call. Number two, you can text our phone number at 270-259-4034 and text us if you have limbs to be picked up, you got an issue, a dead animal in the road, whatever it is, some questions about your taxis or anything. You can text City Hall and you'll get a response, and that's a good way to communicate. I said I'm available, and the employees at City Hall are available if we can help you. Thank you. Anybody got a question? Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you. Next thing I want to go over is the executive order for that Governor Beshear put out yesterday. We actually got it, I think, about 10 o'clock this morning, and not a lot of stuff has changed, quite honestly, that I can tell in it. Of course, we're going to let him talk about that. I mean, we're going to be watching the press conference as well here in the next few minutes, and to see what's going to change. We think he's been doing a great job with it, and we're just trying to follow his executive orders and go from there. So, only life-sustaining businesses may remain open, which that is all businesses that are not life-sustaining shall cease operation effective Thursday, March 26, 2020 at 8 p.m., except as needed to conduct minimal basic operations. Life-sustaining retail is also on here, which is businesses that provide life-sustaining goods. They've got hardware stores and businesses that sell electric, plumbing, and heating materials, agriculture supply and equipment stores, medical products supply and equipment stores, and stores that supply first responders and other critical government and healthcare workers. Food and beverage and agriculture, food and beverage manufacturing, product processing and cultivation, including farming, livestock, fishing, baking, and other production agriculture, including consumption and business that provide food, shelter, and other necessities. And there's a whole lot more to these, but this is just sort of the meat and potatoes of it. organizations that provide charitable and social services, which would be something like the food pantry. They will be able to they'll be able to stay open. So that's would be the definition of that. Media, gas stations and businesses needed for transportation, which is all gas stations, auto supply, auto repair, farm equipment, construction equipment, boat repair, related facilities, bicycle repair shops and related facilities, and motorcycle repair shops. Financial services, banks and credit unions, and check cashing or similar financial services. House and building construction. We've had a lot of calls on this today, guys. That's why I'm letting everybody know. This is what we're reading. We're going to let the governor go over it today, but we've had a lot of calls. I'm just letting the people in Grayson County know, and whoever else is listening. House, buildings, and construction. Businesses providing construction or maintenance of residential, commercial, or government structures, including but not limited to plumbers, electricians, exterminators, cleaning and janitorial staff, security staff, operating engineers, HVAC, painting, landscaping, moving, and relocation services necessary for sustaining the safety, sanitation, and operation of the structures. Next, we got mail, post shipping, logistics, delivery, pickup and delivery service. Also is laundry service. And like I said, I'm sure the governor's going to go into detail on some of these. We've had a lot of calls about factories. I'm going to go into that here just shortly. Restaurants for consumption of off-premise, which is they're still doing the pickup, and you can also do the drive-throughs. They're still allowing that. So supplies for life-sustaining businesses, transportation, home-based care and services for like adults, children, or people with development disabilities, things like that, substance use disorders and or mental illness, and in-home services including meal delivery. Professional services such as legal services, accounting services, insurance services, real estate services, and appraisal and title services. Manufacture, distribution, and supply chain for critical products and industries. Critical labor union functions, hotels and motels, funeral services, telework permitted, social distancing and hygiene required for all these businesses. Everything that we've listed here, that they want to keep all that in place as well. And that was signed March 25th, 2020, March 25th, 2020. Now, also, I want to let you know, I know the mayor, Rick Emery, had spoke about Litchfield. Clarkson City Hall, their sanitation routes are on normal schedule, and office walk-ins are prohibited. Caneyville City Hall, their office walk-ins are prohibited. The only thing you need to do is just call those facilities if you need anything from them. Also, today I spoke with Congressman Guthrie on the phone, and he's told me a little bit about the stimulus package. Stay tuned to the news tonight. They're going to be releasing some of that if they can get it worked out. And I told him the most requested question that I've had is unemployment insurance for the self-employed. So, and he's heard that from quite a few county leaders and city leaders today as well. So he said that he would definitely get back with us on that. The factories, we're having people call and say that the county and the city's dropping the ball on closing these factories. Folks, this has nothing to do with us closing these factories. Most of these factories are needed at this time because some of them are for wood products and for building products, and some of them are food products. I know some people has asked me about some of the other ones that manufacture something. Well, that could be for agriculture. We don't know what they're falling under, but we ask you to contact their HR department and explain to you exactly why they're staying open. We can't answer that question. We've called them all and asked them how they're operating, and the only thing we can pass on is what they're doing. If the governor does an executive order to shut these facilities down, we will by far enforce the order, but we're going to wait and hear from the governor. So want to let everybody else know that you can visit gcky.org, gcky.org. we've got a lot of different websites on there that it's linked up to, that you can get some information off of if some of you folks need it. And like I said, don't hesitate to call my office, 270-259-5000, 270-259-5000. If we don't know the answer, we'll try to find it for you. There's probably more questions than there are answers, but we will definitely see what we can find out for you. Folks, I just want to let everybody know, please, just stay calm. We knew this was going to happen. We didn't know when. We didn't know where. We didn't know who it was going to be. And quite honestly, we knew it was going to happen. So there's no reason to panic. There's no reason to panic buy. We've talked to Walmart and the Dollar General store and all the mom and pop stores around the county. There are plenty of supplies coming in. We just do not need to panic buy. Everybody just needs to stay calm and do exactly what the CDC has recommended, what the governor has recommended, what the president has recommended. We need to stay social distancing. I know a lot of folks that thinks this is a joke. This is not a joke. And I'm going to go into something and I'll tell you why it's not a joke. Because it's come close to home. We've got 2 people that's tested positive in Grayson County. We've also had to send home 6 county employees. And the reason is because they have come in contact with a person that was in contact with the virus. We are not putting them on quarantine at this time. We're just using extra precaution to make sure that our other county employees are not exposed to anything. So we're using extra precautions through the county to make sure that our employees are safe, and not only our employees but the community. So if you don't know anyone that has had Corona-19, you probably will. But like I said, folks, let's not try to find out who it is. Don't get on social media trying to beat them down. They didn't know this. They don't even know they have it. Quite frankly, I don't think they even have any symptoms at this point. So we just need to, the families and the people that's been in contact with them, we need to embrace them and just be, courteous to them. And we need to take this a little bit more seriously than what we have been. I've been out in the community. I've been all over driving around, and I see people, quite frankly, just not paying it any mind. You're probably standing beside somebody that has had it, or they've got it now, and quite frankly, they don't know. I've had a lot of people ask me about Walmart. Yes, I understand. I haven't been in Walmart in quite some time. I know some of my family has. If you feel uncomfortable, tell the person next to you, stand away. You're not going to offend anybody right now. And I know it's with the hoarding that was going on, it's sort of ridiculous, but it's something we have to deal with. Everybody just needs to slow down with that. That's going to be something that'll work itself out, because we're not going to run out of food. We're not going to run out of toilet paper. We're not going to run out of anything. They're going to keep continuing to work. They're going to continue to stock the shelves. So everybody just needs to slow down a little bit, take a deep breath, but you do need to practice safe distance from everyone. So if you're in some of these facilities and you're shopping, be sure, tell the person beside you, say, hey, we need to stay 6 foot away. If you're in the line at Walmart, just stay 6 foot away from the person in front of you. Hopefully everybody in the back will do the same. And hopefully they will continue to do this. So it's up to us as a community to take care of ourselves. There's a saying that sometimes you just have to paddle your own canoe. Right now we need to paddle our own canoe. We need to take care of ourselves and our loved ones and all of our friends and family. So, Wayne, do you have anything else that you need to come up? Okay. All right, Josh, anything? All right. The clerk's office will, the county clerk's office is only processing mail and web renewals at this time. So mail and web, you can get on the internet and renew your tags. You can do that online, or you can actually mail them in. So right now, that's all they're doing. They're not doing any kind of hand-to-hand, meet you at the door or anything like that. The sheriff's office, there will be no tax collection until April the 6th, Monday, April the 6th. And that has also been extended until, Norman, am I right, May the 15th? Pay taxes May the 15th. That'll be the deadline. They've extended that also. If you got any questions, call his office, 259-3024. Of course, if you get dispatched, somebody will return your call, or you can call here. We'll give you all the information, 259-5000. If there's some businesses that they've wanted us to put this out there that's not abiding by the executive order, you need to call 1-833-597-2337. 1-833-597-2337. That's a hotline that you can get if somebody's not complying. And I also I encourage everyone to call if you work in a factory and you feel ill. Be sure and tell your HR department, tell your employer, and I mean don't go in, because that's the whole thing. We've been telling everybody not to go into these facilities. We've been telling everybody not to go out from home if you're sick. And quite honestly, we've had some people go out when they're sick, and you don't need to do that. They tell you to stay in for a reason. If you feel sick, stay in. So other than that, you all have any questions for me? Matt, Rebecca, anybody? All right. We don't know if we're going to be doing another one of these tomorrow. If we have some more cases, we probably will. We might do one Friday. We're just trying to keep the community, Grayson County. We're trying to keep you informed. We're not wanting to hide anything. We're wanting to be as transparent as we possibly can, and that's what we're going to do. So if you have any questions, feel free to call me, 259-5000. I appreciate it. Thank you for tuning in.